So I'm Polly, I am Jake's wife.
And I'm Tabby, I'm Jake's mum.
So Polly, do you want to tell us a bit about Jake and what a guy he is?
Yeah, Jake's just amazing. He's caring, he loves playing with the girls, he's very dedicated to the girls, isn't he? Good daddy. He's very brave. He's dealt with this whole situation amazingly. Never broke down about it, ever said why him. He's just
Gets on with it.
Yeah, he just gets on with it.
Yeah, he just gets on with it.
And what's your best memories of him?
So best memories was getting engaged, our wedding to Mexico, and bringing the girls into the world was probably our favourite.
How did he propose? Was it a romantic proposal?
Yeah, so we went to New York in Central Park and we went out with my family, but we had like a night out, just us two, and we went to Central Park and to a really nice, like fountain, and he got down on one knee down there and said, "Will you marry me?"
Were you expecting it?
No. No, he picked the wrong pond, it was pitch black, you couldn't see anything, there was literally no light, but yeah.
And how long have you been together now?
15 years this year.
Fantastic.
15 years, and we'll be married for 6 years this year, we'll be married.
So tell us about your mum.
Jake is my baby. It's hard to know what to say, isn't it?
What was he like as a child?
Oh,
was he
perfect.
Fun? Yeah.
He was the perfect baby. He was the firstborn to both sides of the family, so he had all the attention, all the love. And I was really lucky, he was a really, really good baby. He was a typical little boy, liked all the things that little boys like, football.
16, he says.
Until about 14, actually. When things changed a bit, he one of his sayings was, "When I'm 16, I'm going to do what I want," and I was very much like, okay, that's what you say, and he did.
So it was
when he got to 16, a bit of a handful, but not as bad as he could have. Yeah, as a lot of people are, but yeah.
Well, what do you think his best qualities are?
His calmness.
Trusting.
He's very calm.
He's very loyal.
Yeah, he's level-headed. He's stubborn.
Yeah.
Really stubborn. If he says, "I'm doing it this way," that's it. That there's no change in his mind.
Yeah.
And if you say, "Right, we're picking you up at 12 o'clock," and you try and pick him up at 11:45, he's not going till 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because you said 12 o'clock.
So what did you feel when you first heard the news that he had, difficulties?
Devastated.
Was there any build up to it? Was there any sort of...
I feel like there was like a lot of confusion. Like when he was going for the diagnosis, it was very confusing. It wasn't very straightforward. There was very much like it could be this, it could be this. It was a bit all over the place. I feel like if we was dealing with it now, knowing what we know now and knowing how things work a bit better, we would deal with things different. But we were just very naive.
We were very naive to it, and we were very much like, one of the things I even said to Jake before he actually was diagnosed, I was going to one of his scans with him, and I said to him, "What's the worst that's going to happen, Jake? They'll chop your leg off." "Oh well." And really kind of made light of it, never thinking for 1 minute that a year later that's exactly what was going to be happening.
Yeah. And I think we was just, I don't think you don't really hear like cancer in the leg.
No.
I don't think never once did we think, oh, it could be cancer, it could be a tumour. You don't really think of cancer being in those places or that area. I don't know. But then again, you always hear people talk about cancer, but then if someone was to say, "Oh, what does cancer mean to you?" I wouldn't really know how to answer it.
No.
You hear people talk about it, but you'd never really understood it. But never did we ever once think that was what it was. And then obviously when he got the call to say that's what it was, we was at home, like just me, you,
and Jake,
Rosie. I was like heavily pregnant. And that's when they all confirmed it.
How difficult is it to take?
I don't think, even to this day,
you can't describe it.
Yeah.
You can't describe it. It's it's you can't describe it. it's my son and it's her husband, and luckily for us, one of the benefits is we've got big families that are really supportive. So everyone kind of shares the loads, don't they? It's not just us, because it's been, you can imagine having a leg amputated and you've got a baby on the way. You're living in
a house that's not practical, one bedroom with a load of stairs. How a small bathroom, how's Jake going to get up, how are we going to get down, and we've got the girls, we had all these things going through our head, all these worries, and it's like, how are we going to survive? And we did, just about. And then luckily we've been able to move into a house which is more functional for us, for Jake. Better just for day-to-day living, but I think to this day we don't really accept it. We know that it's going on, but
we don't. I think one of the big things is Jake hasn't really changed through it all. He's not kind of gone in himself or worries me, or if anything, he's more so, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm going here, I'm going there, and we're all a bit like, what do you mean? You can't do that. And he's like, well, yes, I can.
He doesn't mope around. He isn't. He's not very much like, why me? Like, why is this happening to me? He hasn't really ever said that at all. He's kind of just, I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to the gym, I'm going out with my friends, and now that his chemo's finished, he's been going out a lot over Christmas and enjoying himself, and doing all the things that he missed out, doing, and going to Oktoberfest,
I think the hardest part of the whole thing for me has been the chemo, because everything else, he just got on with it. Do you know what I mean? Just got on with it and managed and stuff. The chemo, it really took it out of Jake. He was ill every time. So he was backwards and forwards to the hospital. He didn't look like Jake.
No.
He really didn't look like Jake. But now, he's starting to look like Jake again, which is so lovely.
Yeah.
His hair's growing back, and he's
got colour
in his face, and he's feeling fit and healthy. So,
have you been angry about it all?
Yeah.
Why him?
Extremely angry.
Have you been able to cope with those feelings? Because there must be such a mixture of emotions.
No. Yeah, I think it's difficult, isn't it? Most of the time we do cope with it.
I feel like being you kind of cope and get on with it, but then I just think, the girls.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things is the girls are the blessing in all of this, but it's also, what's the future like for them?
Do you want to stop?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah,
I feel like, we can deal with it and cope with it as best as we can.
Yeah.
But I just think their life's going to get turned upside down.
Have you thought about that sort of?
I think that when that time comes, Rosie's obviously she doesn't know anything about the cancer side. She will say things like my daddy's leg, and she's very aware of Jake's leg and all that sort of stuff. But I feel like when it comes to that sort of time, obviously we'll get professional. I don't know what you call it,
therapy.
Yeah, what's the right way to tell children? How do you tell them that sort of stuff? Without telling them without telling them.
Yeah, I think because we know it's incurable, it's the unknown, and we don't know what that means in terms of time, etc., etc.
Is there no time? They haven't given you time?
No. I think Dr. Ramos said he feels like he doesn't need to give us that yet. He doesn't feel like he's at that stage where he feels like he needs to give Jake a time. And obviously when he feels like he does, then he will. There's we've had questions for him, and Dr. Ramos just I don't really feel like we need to answer these questions, doesn't he? He feels like some of them are just...
And he's very direct. He doesn't keep things from us. His consultant, he's amazing. He'll tell us how it is. I think one of the big things is the roller coaster of it all. Yeah. So at the moment we're kind of on the good bit of the roller coaster because the chemo's finished. He's feeling healthy. We've had a nice Christmas, etc., etc. But we know that the scans are coming. The results are coming again. The scans are going to come again. The results are going to come. So you're never fully comfortable. Is that?
And I feel like it makes you think in a funny way. obviously Jake has the cancer, he's had his leg amputated, it's in his spine, it's in multiple places, like his spine and his pelvis, and you think that's still bad. But then, like when we go and have this scan, and if he says, "Oh, nothing's changed," you think, "Oh, that's good.
That's okay.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
Yes,
it's not going
darling.
anywhere else." But then it's like, yeah, but it's.
Want a cup of tea? We're going to do a cup of tea in a minute. She's a little tea bag, this one. Just like her daddy. When he was little, he always wanted a cup of tea as well.
What would you say is your absolute happiest moment when you look back at your lives together?
Oh, just like our wedding, Mexico. Yeah, the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say like they're like my happiest. Yeah.
And you, Mum?
I think the girls. I think the girls are my biggest thing, aren't they? They're my biggest joy. Aren't you monkeys? They literally are my... I can't even describe what they are to me. I can't. If I don't see them for a couple of days, I get withdrawal symptoms, I think.
So this is like a little video that we're doing just as a sort of family video.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to say to Jake so that when he sees this playback?
Just keep going.
Keep going, we got it. We got these two. Even though the other one's away. Just keep going. We love you.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
think that's enough.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
Cup of tea, Rosie Rainbow.
I'm not sad.